Hi, it's Zoe from Squeakerchimp, and today I'm going to show you how to turn fairly boring paper. This is junk mail that came with my water bill. So I'm going to tell you how to turn that, something that's quite plain, into hopefully quite extraordinary beads that look like this. And in another video that I've already done, I've shown you how to turn plain copy paper into whatever you want it to be in order to make the beads that you want to do. So if you're interested in finding out how to do beads, customize your paper, check out my channel and subscribe to it, and then any future videos that I do you'll get a notification of, but also you'll find the video I'm talking about. In this video I'm not doing anything to the paper before we roll it, so we're going to roll the paper, we're going to make the beads, and then we're going to customize them, and I will show you how to do that. So without further ado, hold fire, I should turn you around. Right, so what you're going to need today is you're going to need to cut up some strips of your paper, and it really doesn't matter what it looks like to begin with because we're going to cover it. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to have the black on the inside just because it just means that whatever I do cover it with, I am going to need less of it, because so this side will be on the outside and this will be on the inside. So I'm not trying to cover the black, which is harder to cover. Today I'm using a 3mm tool, and I'll pop the details in the description about where you can find these from. You can get them from Etsy, eBay. I am going to be honest, you can buy them from me because I made them. So yeah, I'll put the details, but that's not what this is about. That's me just having a little plug. So these are really easy to use. They have a slot, you slide your paper in and then you wind, and we're going to be making bicone beads. So really simple beads, just wind them up. This is not about making the beads. There'll be other tutorials about making the beads, but really once you've watched this, you've hopefully got a fairly good idea on how to make them anyway. So I'm just going to wind them up, and we're aiming for an even distribution across. So you're going to be wanting to keep the sort of point or the middle part of this in the middle, and then just a little dab of glue. Apologise there for shaking the screen, which I've got a feeling I did, and then just roll it up. And any excess glue that you have, I just take it around my bead, just like this. It just helps to coat it. So that's my first one. And what I've got here is a really quick drawing mat. It's just a concertina piece of surplus card. It was some packaging for stuff that I sell on Etsy. It was packaging that didn't print quite right, so rather than waste it, hate waste, I like to reduce and recycle. I've turned it into a really quick drying rack, and I only really use it if I'm doing this. If I'm doing lots of beads, I use something completely different, which I will show you in a later video. So you're going to need some little cocktail sticks, which are going to sit on there like this. So I'm just going to pop that on there really quickly, and I'm just going to roll up another couple. And again, it doesn't really matter which way around I do this. I didn't cut these with any great measurements, so hopefully you can see on camera that I'm just rolling them up, and you can make any shape you want and the same principles will not arrive. Oh, you can tell I'm doing this on a Friday night after I've been at work all week. The same principles will I don't know, I've lost it now. Apply. That's the word, apply. So another one here. Excuse me, and I'll just do my last final one, and then we can get on to the most interesting part of actually decorating them. So really quickly, and what we're going to be using today is nail polishes. Really simple, really easy. I've just got some nail polishes that I have fished out of my nail polish collection, and I have gone through phases of being a real nail polish wearer, and then I've gone through phases of not wearing nail polishes. Oh, I'm not paying attention now. Of not wearing nail polishes at all, and I think I'm kind of in that phase at the moment. So it's no great loss to me to use some of these nail polishes up, and you're not really using much in order to make these. Or you can pick them up in like the 99p store, anywhere like that, or Poundland, somewhere like that, really cheap. Last one, pop it on. It will get better, folks. I shouldn't do these videos when I'm tired. There we go. 3 beads done. Right, so what I have here is I have got a selection of nail polishes. This one here is a really dark kind of purpley sky blue, sort of really night blue, a teal colour and an aqua colour. I've also got this one which I picked up really cheap when I went to America once. It's an absolute bugger to get off your nails, which is why I never really use it for my nails. It's just a sort of glittery colour. And then I've also got this 3D Pearl Effects stuff, which is really great for giving these little 3D little bumps. So I'll show you how to do those. So this is really easy. So we've done the hard bit, we've made the beads. So what I'm going to do is I think I might start with this turquoise colour. And you just take a bead, and I've popped them on these cocktail sticks because I need to let them dry. And these are really cheap to buy. And then you're just going to need to just support it very slightly just to stop it spinning, is you just coat it in nail polish. Simple as. And depending on the quality of your nail polish and depending on the kind of paper that you're using, and again whether it's got a really heavy pattern underneath it, you might find that you need more than one coat. So I'm just going to cover this one in this colour nail polish. And this is looking quite good because actually sometimes just having a little bit of what's underneath showing through isn't such a bad thing. You are going to get slightly nail polishy, and obviously health and safety, it needs to do it in a well ventilated room, all of that jazz. So I'm just going to pop that one there. I think I might have a really quick go at doing this dark one just to show you what it would look like. So again, I'm just going to hold it with my thumb, do a hovering camera, and just paint it on. You know, no great elegance to it. I'm not looking for this to be manicure quality. I'm just looking for this to give a coverage, and you can see that the black on this is showing through a bit more. You might actually like that. But what I love about this technique is that you can turn any paper into something really nice, because it doesn't matter what it originally looked like, and then you're not discarding any paper because it's not going to make pretty beads, because it doesn't matter. And actually, if you made these and you looked at them at the end and thought, I'm not so keen on that one, does it really matter? You've not really lost much. And I can see that I've missed a little bit on that one there. I'm just going to plop that on there. So we're just going to let those couple dry for a minute, and I'm going to do this last one, and I'm going to do it with this paler one just really quickly, just so that you can see the difference. You are going to get messy, but that's what crafting's all about. And then I will show you some extra things that you can do on top of them. So I've got my Pearl Effects, and actually I quite like the fact that you can see the paper underneath, because you can't actually see what it is that's underneath, but you can see that there is some kind of pattern. So I quite like on this one for it to not be too dark. Okay, so that's those. So what you can do then is you can go back over and coat it with something like this glittery one, or you could use a clear nail polish and something glittery, like if I just get one of these out, something glittery like these. Now this is my pot, and these are actually intended for your nails, but again, as I've said, don't really do much with my nails anymore. So actually these are little pots of if I just show you if I can get it in camera, there we go. This is actually like really fine strandy glitter, which is intended for use on your nails, but we're going to have it, I'm just going to pop it down there, and we're going to pop some on. So I think I did this one first, so hopefully this should be fairly dry. So now I'm going to go back over and coat it with a coat of this sparkly colour, and then I should really probably do this over a like a piece of paper so I can catch the bits that fall, but ho hum. So you can see, just coated it. So again, if I pick up this one, and I'm just going to coat this one with this. And you would probably want to wait a lot longer and let each layer dry individually. I quite like the lumpy look actually. Let each layer dry properly in between layers, but we're in a bit of a rush, so it will have to do. So that's that one. And then on the last one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this one to the end, and I'm only going to coat the tip of this one. So you can do like quite a distinct pattern on it if you wanted. So I'm only going to coat, I'm just checking you can see, just the top, like that one, and then pop it all the way to the other end, bring it up, just the top, using the paintbrush-ish to turn it, just plopping some on the ends, a real technical word there that we're using, slide it down. So that's those three. And we've added a little bit of extra sparkle with those, and then what I want to do is just to show you how you can use this, which is like a pearl 3D effect stuff. So just give it a quick shake, picking this one up again, and again you're going to want to let these dry properly between each layer. Bear with, hang on. If it gets a bit conked up and it gets a bit stuck, just stick a bit of wire down now. Of course that would happen. There we go. And you get too much. Right, start again. Less rushing. And you can add dots on around the middle, like this. And then you might choose to maybe do them in lines, like smaller ones going down, like so. Just turning them. Am I in shot? Just checking. They kind of look a little bit punky. Like so. Twist it round. I think I might be able to get 2 more rows done. Like so. And then these beads are going to be absolutely, totally, completely and utterly unique to you. So you get to choose completely how they look. So that last one, I'm not going to put any on that last one. Oh, that's the wrong bit. Honestly, really, Fridays are not good days to do this. So I'm going to leave those like that. And then I'm just going to return to the original ones that I did, which are here. And the original ones that I did are very similar. They've got the pearl effects going round, their paper, they've got nail polish on, and all I've done is threaded them through some wire. I've put bead caps on the end, I've put beads on, popped wire through them and just turned them into like individual little beads of their own, which you could use as charms, so you could just hang them up like so, or you could string them together and make a really pretty bracelet or necklace out of them. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to pop over to my channel to see what other tutorials I've done. Got lots more coming up to show you lots of other ways to customise your beads. And what I'll do is at the end of this is I will pop some proper still photos of the beads that we've just made over here, so you can see them in a bit more detail. Any questions, just pop them at the bottom, and I will put the details of where you can get a tool from as well. Okay, thanks for watching.